Alright, so today is going to be a bit more slow going. Just gonna be doing hunts and side quests. I don't think I'm going to be. Ow. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any story, but if I blast through everything, then maybe I will. But likely I won't, because I also am probably gonna be going really slowly because I just sustained an injury. Um, a biking injury. My hand is completely shredded. It's fine now. All bandaged up and everything, and it's only one hand. It's only one hand, so I don't really need to. Excuse me. I can probably play. Is what I'm trying to say. By I don't know how intensely I can do so. So, for now, we gotta do the rest of the hunts that I need to get the big weapon. What were the materials I needed? Because that could be a hint on what I need to kill. Because I don't know. I don't really know. What I need to kill. Let me see. I might even have some material for it anyways. Let's check though. Let's see here. No, I don't have any material. I need dark steel and I need primitive battle horns. So I need to find... I need to fight probably a behemoth of some descript. And something that drops dark steel. I don't know what could though. Do I remember what dropped Electrum? Because it might be in the same vein as the thing that dropped Electrum. And these are probably going to be A ranks as well. Yeah. Let's see here. It might be just one of these two, honestly. In fact, I'm willing to bet it's these two. Let's do it. Titan's Wake in Domechia and the Croc in Sanbreque. Alright. The Croc. That would be... That would be... Fuck. Where would that be? Old Road, Lost Wing, Orville Downs. You know what? It might be in the forest. That might be what the Croc is the forest. I mean, it could be, right? All I know is that I've seen it before, I think. Yeah, there it is. It's right there. Okay. It's a new thing. I was there before, I think. To fight something. I think it was another hunt.
Good girl.
But I guess whatever it is, it's there now. Who knows? It might have been where I got the Electrum originally. I forgot to stock up on potions. Whoops. It's fine. Alright. And it's a left turn at some point.
Time to fight.
Hey. I'm not interested. Go away. Where's the, I think that's the path, right? Right here? No. That is. don't know how well I'll be able to kill this thing, but
It'll do, girl.
let's see. Oh, it's the node. It's the big node. The mama node. Terminus. Okay. This should be easy enough. What do I got equipped right now? Phoenix.
Looks like we're working something up. Only one thing for it.
Ow. Ah, come on. I might only be able to charge up level 1. Oy! I can finagle level 2. There we go.
Let's try.
Easier to just regular dodge this thing than precision dodging. Wait, I'm not level 3 Xanthizican. One sec. Rather not think about a lot of things right now. I'm just gonna try and relax. Gotta fight this thing out. Oh no. I saw that coming a mile away too, but I don't really need to actually do that. It's just for damage. Oh, that's a lot of AoEs. Oh, I see. So that was its short circuit, okay. Ow. Alright. Maybe a level 2. Alright, maybe not. Ow. Well, that wasn't necessarily the most stylish I could have done it, but at the same time, who could blame me at this point? Let's see, does it... It gave a meteor, right? Well, fuck me.
Sweet dreams.
I didn't give what I needed, which is a problem. A huge problem, actually. Let's see if the other one gives me a better look. Let's see, it's like Titan Summod. Just gotta look for the word Titan somewhere around here. Titan's Wake, there it is. Okay. From Kretov, I go like northeast. I probably should have restocked. I don't have a chance to. No.
I needed that. Come on.
Just gotta be a god Gamry. That's it. Or, you know, I could die and have it all restocked anyways. After death. That could be done as well. That's not it. That's not it. Which one is it? Oh. The obvious protrusion to the north. How did I not think that that was gonna be it? It's like here, yeah. Is that it? That's not it. Wait, maybe it is. Okay, that's just a fancy looking chest. It's not actually what I wanted to look for or needed to look for. Alright, then where the fuck is it? Maybe it's up the path a little ways? Maybe? Is that it? I forgot what it looked like. No, that's not it. That's a normal enemy. A normal enemy that now wants to kill me. Okay. So that is too far. So that's to like the threshold. It might be easier to explore with a chocobo so that I don't have to slow down for a fight.
Let's go.
So, there wasn't any of those things. Is there any place that I've missed? Here. But at the same time, this is not like much. This is only like a little crook. Here would be the only other place I would think there would be a hunt. Yeah, they stuck this thing in a pretty small location, so I wouldn't think there'd be much.
Thanks, Cal.
Ah! It just needed to spawn. Thanatos. Right? I see now that it just needed to spawn.
I don't know who friends are. If it's me you want, I'm right here.
Ow. Ow. Alright. Punish. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Oh. Ow. Yeah, I deserve that. Cool. How did I perfect dodge that? Okay. Okay. Start with one of these. Just so I won't have to charge it up again. Strudo. Oh no. Oh.
Nice try.
I should have waited. Now I'm eating shit for it, yep. Ow. Ow! I hope this is enough. Yes. Thank God. Let's return to the hideaway so I can lick my wounds. Okay, so that's one dark steel.
And don't come back.
Wait, what? One dark steel. I need two, but I think I know where to get the other one, actually, since it says somewhere, I think. These are key items. Dark steel, let's see. Obtained by defeating Thanatos or the Prince of Death. Well, I gotta look for this Prince of Death then, I suppose. Which I think is a S rank, isn't it? It's most likely an S rank. Alright, then where do I get the Primo Horn, what's it? I guess we'll have to just kill everything and see if I get anything. You know?
Clive. Fine purse weighing you down. It's rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Alright, so the Prince of Death is where I can get the next Dark Steel. And it's possibly where I'm gonna want to kill next. It's probably an S rank, just from the sound of it. So that's Thanatos. Wait a minute. That's the King of Orcs. That's the Tricephalic Terror. The Nine of Knives, Svarog, the Pack, Dread Comet, Holy Trumpeter, Carrot, Mage of Brothers. Well, that makes things a little complicated here. Let's see, Triphalic Terror. Let's see. Caravan of traders traversing the Velcroy told me of a colossal beast they had encountered on their journey. To hear them tell it, it had the aspect of a dragon, a lion, and a scorpion all at once. I contested that it might be naught but a mirage, a phantasm brought about by the desert heat, but the sweat which ran down their foreheads was cold and the fear in their eyes real. So, a big dragon, the Velcroy, is the S rank, at the very least. Gilded Path, Bucklad. Well, let's look for the Velcroy here, around here. Northern Velcroy Desert. Oh yeah, it's in the desert. Oh fuck, it's in the desert. It could be anywhere then. Fuck me. Let me actually look at that guide. Because I didn't want to. I didn't want to rely on guides too much for the game. And I hope this won't send me down a rabbit hole of just looking at guides for how to do shit and where to get things. But I just want to relax, man. So I'm going to look at that one site that I saw that had the whatchamacalls it's wherever the fuck it is. Here we go. Let's see here. It's an A rank, the Prince of Death, apparently. I might have already killed it, which is a problem. But let's see. Yeah, it would pose an issue if I already killed the thing, is the problem. It is an A rank though, so maybe I just don't know. Major Brothers, Stole Stingers, Clan Prince, Severian. Oh, I have to do a quest for it first. Okay, alright, then we'll worry about it later. Alright, I suppose that makes sense. I have to do a quest for it. A quest that I haven't done yet. So we'll do it later. We'll think about it later. For now, this is a chimera that we have to kill. That much is obvious because it has a dragon lion and whatnot. We'll actually deal with the S ranks a little bit later. Well, actually, well, these are both in Waloed. As well as Pandemonium, which we know. Nah, let's fight this thing. Actually, no. Let's fight the A-ranks first, because the A-ranks drop materials for the other things that I need to get, anyways. So it's gonna be useful. Aisla and Halfcomb in Waloed, where I have to go. Cool. Right, so one is in Isla and one is in Halfcomb, which would be... Oh, you're really gonna do this to me, huh? Ah, there it is. It's south. Okay. So I can probably encounter both relatively quickly. Where in Isla do I have to find this thing? Let's just go maybe south here. It's probably within the village, if I were to give it a guess, so... I don't think it's there. Maybe this way. Since I have to go this way anyways for the other stone thing. Nope. Well, let's just go here anyways. Might as well, right? Find it here. I think I have a suspicion of where it might be, actually. That means it's relatively deep in. But, I mean, I guess it would only make sense if it were relatively deep in. Oh yeah, it's definitely around hereabouts. So it's really deep in then. There we go. Agni. Alright.
Look who's here to meet us. Pity they don't seem fond of visitors.
Hot! Hot!
Too slow.
Hot! Ow. Still in. Still in.
I need it. Nice try.
I'm not gonna prime for this just because it's almost dead. So
Enough.
yeah, Giga 4 was more than enough. Alright. Which means I have to circle back for the goblin guy. And yeah, that does give me the stone tongue, like I figured.
More welcomes.
Ugh. The aching on the shredded up hand is it's getting to me, but it's gonna be fine. It could be worse. It probably will get worse actually if I go for those S ranks now. But I mean, I'm probably gonna be fine. It's just gonna be a lot of shifting of the bandage, really. So where the hell is this? It's a goblin, I think, yeah? Isn't it? Of some descript. At least that's what the picture looked like. Yeah, no, that's the threshold. It's within the village of Isla. And almost certainly... Wait. Is there... Is it like... Hold on. Is it like the one in Lost Wing where like there's a secret exit that I neglected to go down? Or whatnot? Because there may be. Because while we fought in East Side, or not East Side, Isla, while we fought here, it was kind of an impromptu fight. This is still a town. Ah, there it is. Gobbermoosh.
How the hell did it cross the strait?
Oh, wait. It's a goblin, so staggering it is not gonna work. I can't use stagger daggers. Well, that means I'm just gonna have to go all out. Trying to do as much damage to it as possible.
Too slow.
Do it! Yes!
Nice try.
Woo, woo. Oh, Goblin Punch! Woo! Do it! Alright. Mega Flare. Or Giga Flare.
Let's try.
Ow. Oh yeah, it's being staggered with it. Yes, yes, yes. My chance. Okay.
Too slow. Let's try.
Die! There we go. Primitive battle horn. Oh, that's where I get it. Okay, 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 alright.
Your journey ends here.
That means do one more S rank hunt for the that means do one more S rank hunt for the Orichalcum, and then do the one quest to unlock the one hunt for me to get the Prince of Death and kill it. Alright. So, do I want to fight Pandemonium? Because, I don't know if I want to traverse the entirety of the Velcroy Desert just to try and find a Chimera. Do we have a specific location for Pandemonium? King of Orcs who led his fellow beastmen to revolt against Luder rule. Though his rebellion was swiftly crushed by King Barnabas' armies, many of the orcs who now roam the Twins, sating their appetite for human flesh, bear his markings, suggesting that he still commands his forces today. So all we know is that it's in Lulud. And all we know is that that is in a... So, or maybe it's in a place in Lulud where there's like a lot of beastmen. So like... Oh, I actually haven't explored the entirety of like these areas. There's an entryway up there that I can go up. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need to use the restroom first, so I'll be right back with that. Okay. So let me restock first. I think it... I could be crazy, but I think it's that unexplored part of the map that where I have to fight Pandemonium. I think. Again, I could be fucking insane, but I need to at least kill that to get my last
It's a
Orichalcum.
dangerous will,
Unless I
lad.
already have my last Orichalcum, in which case, fuck that. But
You'd
I don't.
better all be here.
I'm like
Finished, are ya?
90% sure I don't.
So, will it be?
Yeah, I don't.
That it?
Okay, alright. Let's go fight our Orc King.
Let's go.
Is that the exit that I have to take?
I can walk from here.
Oh, it's completely inaccessible to me right now. Balmung Dark. There might be another hunt here, actually, that I would have to fight eventually. But I can't really do that right now. Because it's blocked off to me. Alright, then, where else could this Orc King possibly be? I didn't really explore too much of the Great Southern Gate, so it could be along there. Wait, why am I wasting time fighting these guys? Okay, alright. Just so I wouldn't have to make
Run like the wind.
the crazy runaway. We listen to the song for 3 minutes. Sort of a...
It'll do well.
Wow, there's a ton of Akashic here. Hold on. Okay, I can probably still play, but... IR back. It's not here. I can pretty confidently say it's not here. So I gotta get out of here. Is it even in a place that's accessible to me right now, actually? Because, like, the most likely place I would have pinned it on is this. Is the arena. But the arena is completely inaccessible to me right now, so maybe not. Is there elsewhere that it could possibly be at? Like, I know I haven't explored the entirety of this place, but at the same time, I kind of don't really feel like exploring the entirety of one place. Like that. Actually, I also don't know if Pandemonium, specifically, drops orichalcums. I know for a fact that the Chimera does. Do I just... do I just... Do I just say that I'm just... Yeah, do I just fucking... go for it anyways? Like, go for the one in the Velcroy Desert? At the very least, I know where in the Velcroy it is. Or the general idea, it's in the Velcroy Desert. I know that much, at the very least. So if it's that, then maybe it would be easier to find it there. Because the only thing I know about Pandemonium is that it is somewhere within Waloed, which is a huge ass place. So it's actually kind of hard to really determine if it's there. Whereas with the Velcroy Desert, at the very least, I know it's here. It's also a similarly huge area to explore and to look for it, but at least it's within these confines. It's not within the entire country. And besides, might still be accessible to me. So we'll see. I got a few ideas of where it could possibly be at. Just based on what would constitute as a good place for a fight, right? But it's not that. That's a curl. And it may not be in within the ether pools either, because it didn't specify that it was an Akashic enemy. But at the same time, they said it was a fucking myth, so Lord knows. I will say that it's probably not in the southern or northern Velcroys.
Time to fight.
Like, it likely just isn't. Or maybe it could be. I don't know. I think the only real criteria is that, like, it's in, like, a relatively flat piece of ground, right? Which is why I'm... Well, I don't know where a flat piece of ground is. That's, like, the general direction. I see it. I found him. I think this is it. It's not just a normal camera, at the very least. I hope it's not just a normal camera. Oh yeah, it's him. Gorgamera. Tell me it's like level 50, so I have a chance, a fighting chance. 45 actually. That's
Stay close to it.
okay. That's a lot more manageable. I fought level 50 dragons before. I can take this guy. Ow. Alright, let's just do this.
Nice try.
Oh, shit, I made my TV quieter so that I can talk on the phone. Fine though. I can still hear things at the very least. I can't hear it, I can hear the music and Clive, but I don't think I can really hear it too well. Ooh, I might be able to cast level 4. I'm doing it.
Nice try.
Oh. I forgot that I didn't have the Vision card. Well, now I do. Alright, about half of his HP. That's good. Ugh. Get out of there! Woo! Oh, no, 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 no. I think level 2. Oh, Dragon's voice. In. Ram's voice. Out. Woo! Hey, that's the first potion I actually had to use. Nice. Oh. Oh. Oh, come on. Let me do my combo. There we go. That works. Alright, come at me. Oh, in! Ooh, out! Okay, good. Ow. Out. Zantetsuken may be late. But it was just enough. Awesome. And I leveled up from it. And I got an Orichalcum. And I just need to, And now I just need to do the one side quest. 1 out of a billion. Order some takeout. We've got a while. So, I just need this for the one last thing. I could also grind out the orichalcones for the accessories. After all, I think I have all the materials for the accessories. I might, at the very least. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, though. I'm pretty sure.
And what can I do for you? You've a keen eye. The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets.
Alright, so this is the part 2
I will
to the...
speak with this Duke.
Yeah, the Duke
Captain
thing.
just now.
Where they were,
Town needs you.
talking about... Oh my goodness! Where they were talking about, making Northreach into a, like a garrison, or something like that, like a fortress. And I'm pretty sure this is the part 2 of it, so...
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is
Because
it?
we left on a cliffhanger.
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Of course.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle... drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people. He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him by all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch. But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Your town needs you.
I need you. Saw the captain just now.
What does the Dane have to say about it?
So you're content to abandon?
Oh?
Please, I beseech you. If you're a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends. Someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dane to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man. We've had some reports, you see. Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here later.
Okay.
Come on.
Man, I have very mixed feelings about the purple sky. Because on one hand, like, this looks pretty. But at the same time, I love trees. So, trees in any context will seem pretty to me.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm gonna need to gather them all up. Or just do that. Oh, wait, no. There's a healer somewhere. Which one's the healer? Oh. Actually, hold on. Alright. That's that group of enemies killed.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. Are you alright?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, that's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople.
Oh no.
Stirring up ill feeling towards her father. She'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Fair though. Fair. We seem to have an
Do you not
impasse here.
see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country? Hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. Now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Rieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflame. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caernarvon and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on! But She is but a common...
Whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the South in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I've fought a few of these things. Well, I can't promise to hold them all back. I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you, both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame. Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Alright. Here they are.
This is more like it.
There's a
Come
lot
on.
of them.
Test me. Odin.
Only two of them.
Is it over? No. It's only just begun.
Let's deal with the Undertaker. Ow.
Fine hand. Nice try.
Yeah, I can hit him! I can hit him! Yes! I got hit in the process, but I didn't eat shit. Alright, let's charge up a flare. Woo! Spicy. Oh. Too late. Alright. Okay. Level 3. Cassiano level 3. Alright, level 4 it is. Oh, he's dead. I thought I would have to stagger him again. Well, that's neat at least. At least I wouldn't have to worry about that.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Puppy.
Clive. It's good to see you. And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again, as did you, Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that, and I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your Ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The Dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sandbreck, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Alright.
Can we get you anything?
There's no need to worry any longer.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'd be happy to mount one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief, shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter, all united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
Quest complete. Hey! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. God damn it. Oh, I guess I got an extra one now. It's okay. Accessories take these either as well. I was wondering actually where we were gonna get another orichalcum actually, since I need, I think 5 in order to make all of the things, and I was only offered 4 out of the hunts. So I guess it's a good thing that this is a thing. Let's see. Vale signboard. Curiosity. The emblem of the Vale, Northreach's far-famed house of ill repute. The town is the gateway to the imperial capital of Oriflam, where waves of old money and new lap against the opposing sides of the Great Wall. Alright. I think that should unlock the hunt that would give me my last Darksteel for it. I think. I'm not quite sure. I'm like 80% sure on that. Okay. Wait, a new missive, which is probably Isabel saying thanks. It's not saying I have a new hunt, which concerns. Oh, wait, no. It didn't show up on the notices, but it's definitely existent. So I have a new hunt. It is a couple, actually. We got the Grim Reaper, and then we got the Knight of the Splendent Heart. Well, the Grim Reaper is the Prince of Death. That's for sure. And it's gonna give me my last Darksteel that I need. Cape Orsier is where I need to go. Cape Orsier. I think that's in the northern reaches. Like, well, yeah. North of Northreach. I think, at least. Let me restock for it first. It's not gonna be too hard of a fight, I don't think. It's an A rank after all. But I want to make sure that I'm not gonna eat shit, because it is probably a lich type enemy, which I know that I have trouble with somehow for some reason. So let's see here. I think it's north of Northreach. Let's see, Cape Orsier, and that's there. So that's actually east of Northreach. Cool. Kill that thing, get my ultimate weapon, and then we can just coast. Then we can just coast. Or not really coast. So I mean, like, just because I got a fancy new weapon that does more damage, it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you know, I'll be living on easy street. Still gotta get my combo game and dodging and shit like that, but yeah.
The Duke has things been fight like.
Not to mention that it's not much more powerful than the weapon I got from Odin and his material.
Good girl.
But it is comfortably the most powerful weapon in the game, so
Someone's bread.
or at least I've been assured that that is the case. And it will definitely make doing the last few hunts a lot easier. So I'm not seeing where he could possibly be. I mean, like, I guess he might be past these enemies.
Time to fight.
No, it's just one of these. Conolith. Alright, maybe it's elsewhere. I mean, this is a pretty spacious area, so... Oh, is that it? Yep, that's our guy. Prince of Death, rank A. Cool. Woo! Oh. Only 55,000 damage. I'm slacking. Ow. Cool. Alright. That would be everything required for that last weapon.
I'm getting tired of these things.
The upgrade to Ragnarok here. So let's fulfill Blackthorn's dream of making the most powerful blade the land has ever seen. Because we can definitely get there. We can definitely make it happen. Now that we have the materials. So let's go.
Trouble with your gear, or...
We got it. We got it. Alright.
It'll last you a good while.
Half past twilight. It'll last you a good while. That's all he has to say after crafting the most powerful blade in the entire game. Let's see, we can also make that as well. Yeah, I don't have the stained loincloth, so let's make this as well.
If
Ouroboros.
I do say so myself.
And then the Sons of Ouroboros. I need one more orichalcum and one stained loincloth, which comes from those two hunts. But now, we have... What is it called again? Gotterdammerung. Yeah, I can't speak German for the life of me. But, yeah. If Ragnarok was forged to mark the war of the gods, then Gotterdammerung meaning Twilight of the Gods, was forged to mark the fall of those self-same deities. It's a god-slaying blade. Awesome. Anyways. Ooh, what's this? Talisman of... Oh, right. It looks barely any different than Ragnarok, actually. But that's probably just because the lighting now is really, really fucking dark. But that's fine. So now, we can get started on doing one of all of these side quests. Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. But, you know. Actually, according to the stream timer, I've only barely started, actually, as it turns out. So, I've been going through this pretty quickly, funnily enough. But we have a lot, so it'll take a while yet. The Vale signboard, the emblem of the Vale, Northreach's far-famed House of Ill Repute. The town is the gateway to the imperial capital of Oriflamme, where waves of old money and new lap against the the opposing side of the Great Wall. However, the Vale's proprietor, Isabel, knows it best as a safe haven in a storm. The town that took in her and the man she loved when the rest of the world shunned them. Okay, so I couldn't help but notice throughout all of our going back and forth between all of these things is that Joshua had a side quest.
Still alive, are ya?
And I'm curious as to what he would ask of me. So let's do it first.
Ah, Clive.
Where there's a will.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing. It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it. His will? How and where? In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father. I'm surprised anything survived down there. Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Of course.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do. Very well. I'm ready to leave when you are.
Where there's a will. I actually might want to capstone my side questing with that. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna capstone it with that quest, just because that's that seems very, very significant to just story-wise. We got a couple other quests here and here, so let's see here. Nazaire, what do we got here?
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
Sure.
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial,
and now he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
Ah,
No
Northreach.
time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Alright, we still got...
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden curse breakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
Then we go together.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception. That we travel together. We stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. Thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
Oh, what would Uncle Byron need? Well, let's actually circle back around to him, since, yeah. What do the children need? Oh, right.
What do you think happened to Miss Middledore? I heard she was kicked out of the university.
These kids again.
Sid! You have to help us!
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No? Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Middledore. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneham.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Middeldore's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Middledore back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Okay, let's talk with it then.
Ed, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't see it to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone. I'm there as well.
Has Nitterdol mentioned a new project yet?
Ah, I've never been up here before, actually. This looks really nice. We got a little well.
So there's a new
little
mother.
bench.
Passing over it.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Curse Breakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
I'll go.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
The Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Knitter to...
Yeah, there's a lot. Let's see to Byron's request. I'm not gonna do the requests in the letters yet. There might just be one, but I'm not gonna do that until near the end, I feel.
Say what you will. Karen has seen our son.
Alright. Freeze Company. Let's see what
Clive, my boy. Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies, and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Sure.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No. Thank you, Clive.
Alright, let's talk to one of the curse breakers about Mid's
All
deal.
right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wine berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza. Or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
That's Tabor with meeting with Cyril. That one is that one is for the Adamantois. It's pronounced either or. Adamantois. I pronounce it Adamantois because I pronounce turtoise. I know that like there are a lot that say Tertus instead, right? Which just sounds weird to me, but at the same time, that is technically a correct way to say that word as well. So I'm not gonna shame it too much. Let's do the one in or for each here. So it's either or. It's always been either or because that's the root word. And it really does depend on how
Zerr
you
might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine curse breaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Ready, go? Yeah!
Have care.
Up here. Hold on, I gotta respond to a message. Give me a moment. I forgot that I had Discord locked on the second monitor that I use for my TV. Here. Message responded to. Alright, let's...
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it.
He's got a dragon.
Draw your sword! I can't! Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Wait. What? Oh, Joshua's with me because of the quest. That's, I was so confused as to why there was another guy with a sword, and then I realized it was Joshua, and I'm like, Joshua, what? Yeah, he's with me because of the quest. That's, neat. Yeah, I was so confused as to why Joshua was with me. It's entirely because we got the quest with him. Well, that's neat at least. Extra damage, after all, yeah? Extra shields, too. Actually, now that I think about it.
Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Hold on, let me grab this chest. I never realized. I guess I just didn't look behind me, though, I suppose.
The garrison said they'd take another. I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. By the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then as heir. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid,
He did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
Alright. It was also a hunt here, but I'm not gonna hunt it. It's gonna give me the... I think it might give me the loincloth, but... if I'm to be honest, there's not really a lot of fucks I can give about that. Unfortunately.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, neither did you, I hear. Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
Does Ember deserve passing marks? Well, I mean, he did do it, yeah? He did do it, yeah? Right, he did end up doing it. But... one, we thought he died, right? Or otherwise ran away. He did come back, but we thought he ran away. The other thing is that he was stunned when the dragon came. And in fairness, dragon was not something that was like part of the plan, right? Right? It was a completely outside thing, but he should have still been able to avoid that, I would feel, right? So, because of that, I'm unfortunately going to give him no.
When faced with an unexpected foe, Ember froze. He did not run. He did not fight. Had I not been there, he would be dead. It would be too great a risk to send him out on a mission alone.
Thank you, Sid, for your honest appraisal. Ember, you braved the tower and emerged unscathed. Yes, but only because Sid saved your skin. To me, that's no better than being caught red-handed. You failed the test.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that lot, young Ember here has shown he has a conk and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, there, but his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
Good night.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off.
He would dare.
Sounds would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you. Thank you.
Trial and error. Alright. So now we need to get the oil. Oh fuck, there's another quest I neglected to grab. Silver linings. Did I neglect to grab this, or did this just show up? I wonder. Oh, it might have just showed up.
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Etta's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Etta's due any day now. I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Oh.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. Try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That, or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with travelling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through others. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Alright. Well, let's get Mid's what you call it? The oil. Since that does happen to be right there. Oh, I'm sorry for I'm sorry, Joshua, for having to drag you to and fro places that elsewise not the place we promised to go to, but I mean, eventually. Okay. After all, I doubt that Will is going anywhere, really.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Togo, where would you hide?
That one right there, I would assume.
It looks like we found it.
Topple. Damn this hand. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so that's the shell. We need to get...
She can come and get it herself.
Oh, come on. That wasn't that hard. Then all the... Could be anywhere here. It's right there. There's only one though, so we'll have to find the other one.
Needs oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
And one more.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Back to the hideaway.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
You make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Sid, is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find.
Right.
All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
One sec. It's whatever. I don't want to think about it. I want to distract myself. So I am going to attempt to distract myself by playing for this.
Well, did they have it?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? It's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own, but with the right cog in the right place, well, you just wait and see. That should do her. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm going to take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gunless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it isn't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Model airship. Mid's dangerous dream of flight immortalized in miniature. My dad always said there were two ways of living life, chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. Okay. That's sweet.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
That's a good way to justify us not having an airship around this time. And if I were her, I'd design the riddle to be so that only the people who wouldn't use it to kill people could be able to find it, right? Anyways, let's accept the quest and the missives, actually. Just because I think it's just one. But at the same time, I don't know for sure. So... But... I want to think it's only one. Mid's dangerous dream of flight immortalized in miniature. Though the experiment ended in failure, Mid has allowed Clive to keep hold of the model so that once her renown has grown, she might sell the piece. So he might sell the piece for an exorbitant amount of gil. Alright. Oh, it is two. Fuck me. Whatever. Let's see here. Isabel gave a letter for under new management too. That which conquers all. Here, not long removed from when when last you placed yourself between us and peril, I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try and find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. Where in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good graces, this time we found strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that that which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, Kashik, bandit, and brigand in the realm come charging at our gates, we will not fret, we will not falter, we will fight, and we will win. Alright. In a mood. Let's see. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Aw. Let's see. Something ain't right about something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with the supply of antelope bones.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Yeah, what is it this time? Let's prioritize this. What else we got? In search of a lost tome. Reluctant as I am to aid in your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your causes. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought, that mere possession is deemed a crime, and was a close encounter with one such tome from a distance that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Vivian.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Alright, visit Torgal on the rear decks. Yeah, let's see what ails Torgal here.
First the skies.
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen us.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
How long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
Yeah, let's follow Torgal. Where's he going?
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west. Toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. The port is older then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Alright. Will do. After speaking with Vivian. Read your letter.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Alright, let's speak with Harpocrates. Excuse me, sir.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
And you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
My hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Alright. Make for Port Isolde first, though. Alright, let's go.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all.
I need to use the restroom. Oh, BRB. Back. But probably not for long, actually. I'm gonna probably go on my break in a little bit. Just to...
Right through those trees. Come on.
And by break, I mean...
Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
This is sweet. But, yeah, I'm probably gonna go on my break to eat and actually probably lay down. Day's starting to catch up to me. The day is starting to catch up to me. Yeah.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Charged sparring sword. Let's see here. Clive's old sparring sword, salvaged by a faithful friend in the aftermath of the Ironblood invasion 18 winters past. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon, Rodney Murdoch. That is sweet.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
So, the other three, coincidentally, terrifyingly coincidentally, are over here, actually. But, I don't really have a mind to do that, since there is a quest over here. But, again, I'm gonna, fucking take a break. I feel like I need a break. Today's been rough on me, so I'm gonna go eat, and I might be back. Maybe. Perhaps. I don't know. But just for now, I'll be ending the stream instead of doing the BRB thing, because I'm probably not gonna be back. Or maybe I will be. Who knows? I don't know. Either way, I need a break. I need to lay down and everything. So yeah.